friends and family. It is Friday now, the 16th of November. Thanks for your well wishes. I had a good show last night. The turnout was okay. I've had much better turnouts for my nights there, but what was nice is that some family members came out and some particular friends who felt like responding to what I was saying, and we had a really special night. It was so special that Egypt and I we play reggae, and hopefully some release news next year. Seriously, we're in negotiations. I can only say that, but it's like last night she gave me some news. It's like, really, this is really on the front burner. She said, yeah, we're in negotiations with getting her. I should say it's really her, but I'm saying our because 2 tracks of mine are on it, and I really helped get it going. But looks like we could have a release on a label next year. We're working on it. Excuse me. I'm so pleased with how things are going. I got a package. I wasn't expecting it, I don't think, or if I got a message, I forgot. I didn't realize who it was from. But a few days ago, I received this CD in the mail. It's the brand new Musea reissue of the Art Kane Odyssey CD album. Embarrassed to say that I actually bought this shortly after it came out in the 70s. It's progressive rock. It's kind of on the rough side, though. It's like these guys are using classical elements, but they're playing it with a raw kind of like, well, we can play, but it's hard to say. It's like it's I don't know. It's really good. But it's like it's got this edge. How's that? The guitar player got a hold of me and said he really liked my channel and wanted me to have this. It has an extra track, a live medley. And you can hear the band is rough and ready live. They can play this stuff live. Really like this. Thank you. Jack Malinsky is the guitar player's name, and said if you're ever in France, let's record. How nice. That's one of the lovely developments of doing this channel, that and just the way I've been doing things that I just really love. Along those lines, I'll speak of Mana Mirage again. Dave Newhouse was just on a wonderful podcast. I should find the link and put it below. A longtime East Coast prog radio personality. I forget his name. But it was a great interview. It just meant the world to me that just naturally, because I'm on the album, I got a name check, from Dave Newhouse. This is still a thrill to me, folks. Still a thrill to me. I was just sharing with another musician friend of mine, Blake, who just returned from a European tour with one of his main bands, the Josh Hoyer Band. And Blake is a real good musician. We were in the band Chemicals together. And I was turning him on to some music. We're hanging out. And I played this for him. And it just, the opening, because he's a horn player, the opening track really caught his attention. And then we got to talking. And it was the greatest compliment that we're talking and drinking coffee and musing about things. And this is just playing in the background. And Blake is a real good listener. His eyes kept going up and says, "Who is this? Did you say you're on this record?" That just made my whole soul glow. Because I was explaining to him the connection. Blake is much younger than me. I was explaining to him the connection to Soft Machine. He looked at the picture of the band, and he said, I'm not a person of who's impressed by what I see much, but I can tell these cats are heavy. These cats are nobody to mess around with. I played some Soft Machine for him. I was also sharing with him how Guy Segers, the bass player from Universe Zero, is also on the album. And he had not heard any Universe Zero, so I played him Sur de Ors. I'm not sure I'm saying the name of this album right, but I played this for Blake yesterday. Once again, just blew his mind, you know. The musicianship, the writing, the deep feeling of the music. We had a great time yesterday. And music is the best. This still is like a bucket list to me. If you don't have this, people, this is one of the major progressive rock releases of the year. And that ain't no kidding. Man, I love being able to say that. I had this out, Cold Blood, band from the Bay Area. This album came out in 1970, Cold Blood Sisyphus. My older brother, James, who is a musician, bass player, artist, funk master, found out about this album and turned everyone in Omaha onto it, literally. He took it everywhere. And one of the things that blew me and most of the my neighborhood musicians away, what blew us away is these guys are white. And they're so funky. And this was 1970. And that was not a typical thing for white bands to sound that, not black, that funky. That was something else that Blake and I talked about, because Blake is a young white cat, great player, really sensitive ear. We were talking about how to be funky doesn't mean you have to imitate black culture at all. All cultures, all peoples have funk. Played him some Kron from Germany. Once again, he didn't know about Kron. And I used Kron as a perfect example of a band that is funky, but they sound European, but they're funky as hell, but they're not imitating blackness, okay? The polyrhythms and the origins and the roots of those rhythms are unmistakably from the motherland where we all come from, as far as I know. But it's important for people to understand. You know, that's the thing that I kind of caught on as a kid was, white people are busy looking at how cool black people are, wishing they were that cool, trying to steal what we do, when I'm being that, but looking at how cool white people are at what they are, and they don't even recognize it. Alice Coltrane got played yesterday. Played her a bunch. I use this to cleanse my atmosphere. I'm serious. I have to. You know, these days are just way sick and crazy. Trumpland, living in Trumpland sucks. It blows my mind. More Kron. It blows my mind the intelligent people I know who won't say specifically what it is that he's doing, but they swear. You just wait and you'll see. Trump is a game changer. I'll give him that, but man, if that's what we had to do to change the game, shame on us. I'm not giving him no credit. Fuck him. Okay, and one more thing. Well, I could talk for a long time about music. So I went into a big listening jag the last couple of days. Richard Barbieri from Porcupine Tree. If you don't have this yet, Planets and Persona came out a year ago. And you're a Porcupine Tree fan, or you like David Sylvian, or you like ambient music, or you like Eno, or you like Mark Isham, you need this album. This is just so beautiful. So beautiful. He's doing a series of digital releases since then, which I don't have. But I listened to them online. Barbieri is badass. Pulled this single for some reason. Interpol, I don't have any albums. Really liked them when they came out. Didn't keep following them. Pulled this, the Heinrich maneuver. So I listened to this song because I got it as a promo when it came out and didn't pay much attention. Really good song. So I went online and listened to the whole album. And this is the best song on the album. Our Love to Admire, for me. Again, a big part of what's going on with this band, besides the power of their sound, is the words, which I just don't care about your story. That might seem cold. Mostly it is. Now, I got to contradict myself because Joni Mitchell just had a birthday. Got a bunch of Joni Mitchell, and that woman makes me listen to her words, okay? Just the way she's talking and telling you about life. I'm drawn in. But this is really good, and it's the best song on the album. There's another song called Mammoth on it. It's the power of the band, and I like his voice. He sounds like he really means it. That's enough for me. Okay. Two more things, personally related. So I'm still on Adult Swim as part of a program called Stupid Morning Bullshit that comes on every day at 6 in the evening. It used to be on in the mornings. I'm featured every Friday for a minute called Old Music Friday. It's a takeoff of what I do here. But last year, they requested a pilot be made for an hour-long show of my own we titled it Higgins Corner, behind my last name, Higgins Corner. And it's an hour long. We shot it. There's a lot of post-production involved. I had guests, the band Closeness, Todd Fink from The Faint, and Orenda Fink from Azure Ray and Now It's Overhead. They're in Closeness. They were my guests. Anyway, I'll put the link to the show because it's owned property. I tried to copy it and upload it on my channel, but I can't. Okay, it's protected. But check this out. I sent a link to the show to my Facebook page yesterday, and it's getting hits, and people are loving it. I think you'll like it too. All right, I'll put the link below. One more link that I'll put is to the GoFundMe for me getting the title back to my house. I explained the story on GoFundMe. Really close to the goal. I could use your help. It apparently makes a difference to use a platform. People respond to it, so I'll leave you the link if you'd like to contribute and help me. I'm really close. Someone from Ecuador or somewhere overseas asked me why I'm not on Patreon, and explained that if I was on Patreon that they could support me. I'm going to reconsider it, but I really don't like platforms like that where you have to say this particular byline and you have to follow these rules. I don't like it, even though I need it. So I'm going to consider it, but I just like to get on here and talk, you know. That's why I'm happy I don't work a job anymore. It's like I worked since I was 14 till I was 57, 58 years old. Almost killed me. And I don't want to slave. I want to live and do what comes natural. And this is what comes natural. Okay, so I'll leave the links below. Please check out the show. And if you would, please contribute to my fund. Thank you so much.